The Denver Nuggets were supposed to be one of the 5 teams to make it out of the Western Conference, along with the Lakers, Clippers, themselves, the Jazz, and the Suns. But eventually, the Suns did come out of the third round, and the Nuggets didn't get past the second round as they got swept by the Phoenix Suns. So today we're going to be looking at 3 trades that the Denver Nuggets can make to upgrade their roster and get the third piece that they've always been looking for. And fortunately, they have the assets to trade for him, and there are a few available stars out there, such as players that we were looking at in this trade. And my favorite trade is at the end of the video, so make sure to watch till the end, because that is a trade for the best available player so far. In my opinion, that would be the best for this team. And by the way, guys, this is part of our Just Traded For playlist, where we'll be going through all 30 teams in the NBA, and we'll be talking about 3 trades that they can make. This is the 6th video in this playlist, I believe, and the link to the other videos, or the link to the entire playlist, will be in the description below. So make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and watch all the other videos in this playlist. And sorry for not uploading every day. I was actually a little bit busy, but now I'm back uploading to you guys every day. So now let's get started in today's video. And we really have to look at what the Nuggets need, with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic as their 2 main scorers, and Michael Porter Jr., who's had his ups and downs, but he hasn't been showing consistency, which is what Mike Malone needs to start this man or to put confidence in him. And his defense is also not the best this year. Clearly, they could use another player, another offensive option, and that's what this video really brings. The Nuggets are trying to get a scorer, but can also play off the ball. So it's rare to find people like that. And they also have to be okay with being the number 2 option on this playoff team. That's not really a big deal, but obviously they shouldn't have the ego of an all-star or like a James Harden, who we saw what he did in Houston when he was with Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul, how he wasn't able to coordinate with stars. So we're going to be looking at players who can coordinate with stars and have already been second options to great players, such as other stars or other players. So what else the Nuggets need is they also need defense, considering that their defense is not the strongest that you could find in this league. Jamal Murray is average. He's not necessarily what you would call a liability, but players like Michael Porter Jr. and other players are liabilities. They already have a great start with players like Will Barton off the bench and stuff like that, but they could still use more defense, and that's what this video also gives. Because of these players, these defensive abilities, we can see how capable they are on the defensive end, and they're also capable on the offensive end. So let's get into the first trade for today. And the first player that we are trading for today will be none other than the Wizards' Bradley Beal. So the trade would be Will Barton, JaMychal Green, Aaron Gordon, and Facundo Campazzo for Bradley Beal. As I said before, defense, I don't think Bradley Beal would be a liability on defense, because in this situation he won't be carrying an entire franchise on his back, and he has more room for improvement, and now he can really focus on his defense and doesn't have to score 30 plus points every night for his team to win. Obviously, he would work great with Jokic, considering his shooting abilities and Jokic's passing abilities, and he can also drive in the paint and score if needed. He would be a great complement to Jamal Murray, who is currently right now injured, and we don't know how he'll come back from the ACL injury. So it would be great to have another all-star on the backcourt, which would help Jamal Murray. And then the second trade that we have for today is for another, all-star, you can say. Not the greatest player you can find, but an all-star, Domantas Sabonis. Here, the Pacers are getting JaVale McGee, Will Barton, and Monte Morris for the Nuggets, and the Nuggets get Domantas Sabonis. Clearly, the Nuggets are getting an all-star who is an upgrade on defense and offense, considering that he's been able to produce points, he's able to rebound, he's able to shoot the three-pointer slightly at least, and he's also able to play not stellar defense, but defense that is good enough for them to get an upgrade. He's a greater upgrade two-way defensively, and he's a great rebounder, which the Nuggets need more of. The Nuggets really need rebounding right now, and with this man on their team, they can get that. And along with the rebounding and offense, they also have a good defensive player, which Sabonis isn't a liability on defense, and more defense always helps in the playoffs considering they're going to have to go up against awesome power forwards such as Anthony Davis, or if they make it to the finals, players like Joel Embiid maybe. And now the third trade I have is CJ McCollum for Paul Millsap, Will Barton, JaMychal Green, and Zeke Naji. And if you guys remember at the beginning of the video, I said that this is my favorite trade of all of them, and it is my favorite trade because the Nuggets could use a scorer like CJ who can also play off the ball. And CJ isn't the best defender, but he isn't the worst either, and his defense is something that is manageable considering that the Nuggets also have other defensive options. And it's always great to have another scorer on your team in the backcourt. He's played with Damian Lillard, so he knows when to pass the ball and when to take control of the offense. And when Murray's having a bad night or Jokic is having a bad night, he can swoop in and be that player who can fill in for them and play that role for them. So these are just a few of the trades that the Nuggets could make, but these are personally my favorites. And guys, make sure to subscribe and join their Discord server because you can only join if you subscribe. The first 10 people to subscribe and join our Discord server will be entered in a raffle for a PS5. Other 6 people have joined. The link to the Discord server is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.